What is going on, lads, and welcome back to FIFA 14 Mythbusters. This time we're going to be testing out if FIFA is realistic. So does it have an actual real life portrayal of what would happen? Is it correct? Does it just kind of make it up as it goes along? Or have they got a pretty decent basis for how teams play and stuff like that, and they will be able to predict results? So the way we're going to be doing this is we are going to be simulating with the computer, playing both sides, the World Cup semi-finals and then the subsequent World Cup final with the teams that FIFA predicts that is going to be going through and playing in the final to win the World Cup overall. A little bit like Spencer's Accumulate series, if you have seen that, as the way I'm going to be measuring it and testing it is going to be by putting a bet on. So if you've seen that or you want to go and check it out, I'll pop a link to it down in the description. I had already thought of it, but then someone pointed out that he has also done something very, very similar. If you want to go and see a few more episodes. If you'd like to see something like this on my channel a bit more regularly, just smash that like button. I'll know you guys enjoy it. Maybe if we hit 500, that would be absolutely awesome. And then maybe when FIFA 15 comes out and we're into the Premier League season, I'll start doing some regular ones of these where we get FIFA to predict the results each week and put a bet on and see if we can make any money. But for now, we are just going to do the World Cup and see if it is any good. As we are loading up this beautiful introduction into the World Cup semi-final here again between Brazil and Germany, if you guys want to go and get any coins, with it being the World Cup final this Sunday, I imagine EA are going to put out like a team of the tournament or something like that. Loads of crazy green players. People are going to be wanting to open packs and try these players out. So at the moment, coins are pretty cheap. You can get them for about £3 per 100k with a discount code. My one is AJ3. There's a link down in the description to UT Coins for you. Go over there, get yourself some coins. And if you're planning on opening packs for this team of the tournament or buying any of the sick-ass players that are going to come out, I would recommend getting your coins now before everyone goes and gets them and they become popular, and possibly go back up in price if there is a surplus of people wanting to buy them. But that is just my 10 cents on that, and we are now going to get into the game and have a simulation and predict what the first semi-final is, the one that is going to be coming on tonight, whether Brazil or Germany are going to win. So who is going to go through to the World Cup's final? Let us find out now. A lot of people's bets from the very start of this competition have been on Brazil to win the whole thing. So you would expect if they're going to win the whole thing, they need to be able to beat the likes of Germany, Argentina, teams like that. Maybe even the Netherlands, as they might beat Argentina and go through. But you can see this game gets underway, and they do start off pretty decently. A nice ball in, manages to fall to Oscar in the box, who turns on it nicely and just smashes it past the keeper into the top corner. So 34th minute, and Brazil have gone 1-0 up. So pretty decent start for them. And the host nation are off to a bit of a flyer and getting themselves one step closer towards the World Cup final and possibly winning the trophy on their home soil, which would be absolutely awesome. Most people think that it is going to be a South American team that is going to win it due to South American climates and it being absolutely fucking roasting when they're playing. A lot of the games now, though, I think all of the games now are played at 9 o'clock British time. I'm not too sure what time that is in Brazil, but I imagine it's better than playing at 5, which I think is literally in the middle of the day. That's when it's absolutely roasting, but even still, it is going to be boiling no matter where they're playing, and maybe the Germans won't be too used to it. And you can see Brazil have gone into half-time 2-0 up, so a decent start there. 2 goals from Oscar as well, which is absolutely awesome. One of the last things I remember him doing was scoring that proper sick goal. I can't even remember what it was for. I just remember having a bet on it and needing another Brazil goal. And in the 90th minute, Oscar storms down the pitch and toe pokes it underneath the goalkeeper, which was quality and won me some money. And hopefully FIFA can win me some money here. You can see Germany have got a goal back. You can't really stop the Germans scoring. They're on absolutely insane form. Battering Portugal 5-1, which was just absolutely mental. You can see, unfortunately, they did lose here, though, and go out. So it is 2-1 to Brazil is the first thing that this FIFA has predicted for the semi-final. We're going to jump straight into the second semi-final because it was so boring, this match. Literally, the only thing happened was Mascherano scoring that goal there. So a very boring game, like many of the Dutch and Argentina games recently, actually. Messi just nicking it right at the end a couple of times for Argentina. This time it was an early goal from Mascherano, which was the difference between the two sides, and it is going to be Argentina that FIFA predicts is going to be going through to the World Cup final. So we're going to go and get our bets on. You can see there, absolutely horrendous game, hardly any passes, hardly any shots on target, and Argentina dominating the play. So we're going to put a double on for Brazil and Argentina to win, and that is going to be £1. We've put a fiver in our Bet365 account. We've put £1 on that one, and if it wins, it's going to return us £6.61. The next thing we are going to do is put an actual scoreline bet on the first game that we did. So Brazil won 2-1. So we're going to put that on. And if that comes through, we're going to win ourselves £10, which would be absolutely awesome. Nice little, adding, basically doubling our money that we have put into the account to start this match. Next, we're going to put another actual scoreline bet on for the Argentina game, which is, again, putting £1, this time on Argentina to win 1-0, which will return us £6. And with that, we are going to jump into the World Cup final. Argentina against Brazil. Let's see how this one pans out and whether FIFA can give us a decent prediction for this. Argentina get us underway, even though Brazil are the host nation, so I'm not too sure how it works. I think they just flip a coin to find out who is going to kick off, and this is actually one of the hottest tipped things to happen in the World Cup, a Brazil-Argentina final, and with Brazil to go on and eventually win it, with them being the home nation. It's probably something that I would have put money on at the start of the World Cup, at the start of the tournament. I didn't actually put a bet on it, but if I was going to, these teams probably would have been the two that I picked, and it's looking quite likely that is what's going to happen. And you can see here an absolute peach of a ball, literally first 3 minutes, and Ramirez just slots it nicely underneath the keeper and gives Brazil a 1-0 lead. Probably bookies' favourites to win if this does end up being what the game goes on to, what the final ends up going to be. Brazil will probably be the ones that are tipped to win, and you can see there, making no mistake and starting it off with a nice early goal. Unfortunately for them though, Argentina do have Messi, and he will literally score goals out of nothing. Arguably the best player in the world, one of the better players at this World Cup, probably James Rodriguez has done a lot better, and a couple of the goalkeepers have been absolutely outstanding as well. But Messi is the one who is going to do the business for us here. Picks up the ball off Di Maria, just turns inside, some absolutely insane dribbling by the keeper, I have to say, to scoop around the defender, and then just smashes it into the far corner to make it 1-1 after 13 minutes, which is absolutely awesome, and you might think that you're in for an absolute blinder of a World Cup final. But unfortunately, once Messi is done celebrating and everything like that, everybody loves Messi, quality player. Oh, he didn't win the Ballon d'Or this time, but he's doing very good things in the World Cup and could possibly win the Golden Boot. But unfortunately, he couldn't go and get another goal for Argentina. And it's actually how it ended the full time, and how it ended the extra time as well was 1-1. Pretty even game with a lot of shots from both teams. Argentina dominating the possession, as you might expect, as they have done in most of their games, but then so have Brazil, and it did end up going to penalties. So Brazil start off strong with Hernandez banging it in there. Aguero tries to be cheeky with a stutter run-up and ends up ballooning it over the bar to give Brazil the advantage. David Luiz gets very, very lucky that that's spun into the goal afterwards to make it 2-0. And then Argentina, cheeky again. Garay not caring that Aguero has already chipped it over and goes for the chip himself. Brazil aren't messing about though, they are just smashing into the back of the net. Holt goes there, and then Messi takes a leaf out of Brazil's book and smashes it into the back of the net as well. So it's a pretty close penalty shootout with only one miss so far, until Joe chips it straight into the goalkeeper's hands to level up the scores. Di Maria makes no mistake, smashing it down the middle, and it's basically game on who is going to win this World Cup final. But there was just pens that were absolutely insane coming out everywhere. Dani Alves smashing it off the post there. Perez cheeky once again from Argentina, dinking it down the middle, and then once more just smashed into the back of the net by a Brazil player, this time Paulinho. So it was this penalty, it was into sudden death now to win the World Cup, or for rather to keep Argentina in it. But unfortunately Lavezzi falls over and gives Brazil the World Cup. So all of that on a Lavezzi falling over penalty, John Terry in it, and giving Brazil the World Cup win. So that is how we have predicted that the World Cup finals are going to go down, and we're going to be putting on a bet for Brazil to win the thing outright, because you can't bet on games that they don't even know the fixtures for yet. So the only thing I can bet on from that is Brazil to win the World Cup. So that is what I have gone and done. If we get that, if that comes in, we will get £3.60 back from our pound. So hopefully them bets will do okay for us, lads. I would really like to know what you guys think of them, and as well, the minimum you can put in a Bet365 account is a £5, so I've got £1 left. Drop down in the comment section any bet that you think I should put on, and I will spend with £1. And when we come back for part 2, after the World Cup final, to find out how my bets have done, if FIFA is realistic, and whether or not I have made money, lost money, or stayed the same, is how we're going to judge that on. So stay tuned for part 2. It'll probably be out on Sunday or Monday. Apart from that, lads, I hope you have enjoyed it. Like I said, drop down in the comments what I should bet my other pound on. Thanks for watching. I massively appreciate a like if you want to smash it up to 500. Make sure you subscribe if you're new, and I will see you next time.